The United States and Iran traded fresh fire amid a flare-up of tensions in that region. An Iranian drone strike hit Kuwait's international airport. One person was killed and 63 others were wounded as conflict escalated between Tehran and the United States military. Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps claimed the attack against Kuwait, saying it hit Ali Al Salem Air Base there, which hosts helicopters as well as the headquarters of the U.S. Fifth Fleet in Bahrain. But visuals showed damage at Kuwait International Airport as fire burned and smoke filled the air following missile and drone strikes. The early morning attack forced authorities to divert flights.
هذا الحريق هذه مسيرة طاحت هني فوق أمل الكويت.
The U.S. military denied IRGC's claims. U.S. Central Command confirmed that Iran launched several missiles towards regional neighbors, but said all failed to hit their intended targets. Kuwait's military dubbed the attack on the airport an act of criminal Iranian aggression. Kuwait said it detected 30 ballistic missiles and drones were launched, out of which the country engaged 13 missiles and 17 drones. Kuwait suspended air traffic after the attack and diverted arriving planes to other destinations, but later restarted Kuwait Airways flights. India has condemned the attack on Kuwait International Airport, which killed an Indian national, while renewing calls for an end to such violence. Meanwhile, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has issued a fresh warning for Washington. He stated that Iran is conducting self-defense strikes on U.S. sites, alleging that the U.S. is using these sites to attack civilian ships and violate the ceasefire. He also shared a video clip of U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio in his tweet, where he had thanked allies in the region like Kuwait.
No, I think our allies in the region have been very cooperative, some obviously very aggressively cooperative, like the UAE as an example. Kuwait's been fantastic.
Earlier, the military advisor to Iran's supreme leader also warned of more missile and drone strikes should the United States renew their attacks on Iran. The warning followed U.S. strikes on an Iranian tanker and on Iran's Qeshm Island, sparking retaliatory attacks on Kuwait and Bahrain. The latest strikes mark an escalation for the oil-rich Gulf country, which had seen relative calm since a ceasefire in the Iranian war was announced in early April. Tensions in West Asia escalated after the U.S. carried out what it called self-defense strikes on Iran. On May 28, the situation became more tense as U.S. struck Iranian military sites, including a ground control station in Iran's Bandar Abbas. As June began, Iran and the United States continued to trade strikes. U.S. military said Iran fired missiles targeting American forces stationed in Kuwait. Kuwait called it a dangerous escalation. On the 2nd of June, U.S. struck an oil tanker that was attempting to sail towards Iran's Qeshm Island. And on June 3rd, clashes in the Gulf escalated further after Bahrain and Kuwait reported attacks by Iran after the U.S. military strikes on Iran's Qeshm Island. There is still no breakthrough in Iran-U.S. talks, but U.S. President Trump maintains that talks are still ongoing and that reports of a cessation of talks are false and erroneous. Trump also says he would like to meet Iran's supreme leader Mojtaba Khamenei, claiming Tehran has agreed not to pursue nuclear weapons. He added that the country's supreme leader is involved in the ongoing talks.